All right, we're gonna open the floor up to some questions. If anybody has any questions, we'll try and field them for you. Question over here.
I noticed the HUD was reading 999 all the way across. What was going on there?
The question was, the HUD was reading 999 all the way across. What happens there is that the one side is a primary weapon and the other side is a secondary weapon. And at the point where it's 999, that was the Tesla cannon, and that was a full charge. So as you shot the Tesla cannon, then it would go to zero and cycle back up to 9999. Any other questions? We got a question over here.
Besides Havoc, what other issues did you have with the program?
The question was, besides Havoc, what other issues did we have with our programming? I'd like to pass that question off to our tech lead and have him speak on that.
Everyone, I'm Jason Hall, tech lead for Against All Odds. In terms of other things we had, other issues that we had, making the switch from using Havoc animation to our own system, that was definitely a hurdle, but I think we overcame that very well. And then getting the art assets and getting the destruction in and working all together, that was definitely a challenge. But again, I think we pulled that one off marvelously.
Any more questions? Anyone? Bueller? Anyone? The question was, how many hours into this whole system? I lost count after month one, but it was a 5-month project, and there were a couple times where we actually pulled overnighters. So there was 24 and 36 hours sometimes put in, but it was well worth it. It was fun. This team pulled together as a group, and they got it done. There were some ups and downs. It was definitely a roller coaster ride, but it was definitely fun. Any other questions? One over here.
This for the artist. What was the hardest part throughout most of the process?
The question was, for the artist, what was the hardest part?
I'm Anthony Chester. The hardest part, I would say, would probably be getting our animations to work with the system. We had a few weird requirements where we had to have one joint to one mesh and have weird naming conventions for it all. So that was kind of strange. That and learning Havoc, that was so deep in everything that we did that even the artists, had to read through a bunch of documentation and make sure that we understood exactly what we were doing to get our art into the game and functioning properly. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Anyone else? Ready?
Do you feel spending the time to work to integrate Havoc was worth it for your game?
The question was, do we feel spending the time to integrate Havoc, was it worth it? I'd like Rashad Lane to talk about Havoc.
Hi, as you said, I'm Rashad Lane. I'm not going to pretend that it didn't take a while to get Havoc up and running initially, but really after month 2, pretty much, Havoc was basically smooth going. There'd be some hiccups every now and again. I've compared it to having a tiger, kind of. You know, initially it's really scary and it's really intimidating and stuff, but once you learn the tiger and the tiger learns you, you get along, you can probably pet it, it may purr at you, but you still have to realize it's a tiger, you know, it can rip your face off. But Havoc's amazing. Gotta say that. Any more questions? No? We're Against All Odds. Thank you. Did you have?
You had a lot of issues with Havoc. Was there something that you cut that you were working on that you wanted to get in there that you didn't?
There was more detail to the destruction that we would have liked to have gotten in. We actually did get it into a build, but there was a frame rate hit, and in order to keep the frames up and keep the gameplay solid, we did scale back the destruction somewhat, but we're still very pleased with what's in there. All right. Thank you all very much.
Great job, guys. Now, for the next team I'm about to present, most of the games that come through here, it's pretty easy to stop a category on them. First-person shooter, real-time strategy, role.